Okay, so this video is to help anybody who has particularly filmed on iPhone footage, but any footage really that is starting to glitch. So if you find that when you play your footage back, if you sort of find little kind of almost flashes or glitches, then that could have something to do with the quality of your footage. Now, if you filmed on an iPhone, sometimes iPhone footage can sometimes not agree with Premiere Pro for whatever reason. And lots of people online, when I troubleshooted this, lots of people online are having similar issues. But there is a way around it. And also, if you've started editing already, don't panic, because the way around it means that you don't have to re-edit your timeline. So in order to do this, you will need to open something called Media Encoder. Now, to get Media Encoder, you will need to go to on your start menu. You'll need to open up Creative Cloud. Now, I've already downloaded Media Encoder, so I could open it straight away. But if you go into Adobe Creative Cloud, you will find in Adobe Creative Cloud that you have all of the programs that you have installed and all of the programs that you could potentially install. So all you need to do, and you can do this on the school computers, is you need to install Media Encoder. So you just click on it and it will start installing. It won't take too long. I think when I did this with some students last week, and it took literally maybe not even 10 minutes. So that works quite well. And then once you've got that, you will then open up Media Encoder. What you will need to do is the files that are glitching. So you need to identify on your timeline which files are glitching. And then in Media Encoder, you go to add source and you need to add that clip to the Media Encoder. So I'm going to find mine, which are in here. And I've got a little folder here called glitchy footage. So the one that I'm looking to the one that's glitching is this one. So I press open. If it's a few, then select all of them and import them. But I'm just going to do one, and I press open. And what will happen is my footage that I've just imported will come up in this space here. Now, the settings that it automatically comes in at, it's telling me that it's going to convert this from an iPhone footage file to what we call H.264. So that's a HD file. Leave all the other settings the same. And what it's going to do is it's going to save it in the same folder. So it should be in your folder in the media drive. So once you're happy, you just press play. And what that will do is it will play through the clip, and it will then convert that into a H.264 file. So what it's doing is it's taking the original footage and it's making it more into kind of a HD movie file that's more compatible with Premiere Pro. Okay, you can do this with any footage. It doesn't just have to be iPhone footage. So if you've shot on one of our cameras, or you've shot on one of your own cameras, but you're still having problems maybe with glitching or with lagging, you can follow this process. So once the clip has been converted, you'll have a little tick on the end and it will say done. If you then go to the folder where your files are saved, you will see that it's converted and created a duplicate of it. So it's a second version. And the one that we've duplicated, the newer version, has got a -1 at the end. So that's how you can recognize it. So then what we do is we go into our project bin. And in our project bin, what we need to do is we need to, because what we don't want to do is have to take this out, because in my timeline, I've got some lovely dissolves and some lovely edits going on. Okay, you might have a lot going on in your timeline. Now, having to go through each one and replace the clips would be really tedious and could mess up what you've achieved and all the hard work that you've put in. So Premiere Pro makes this really easy for you. What we're going to do is we're going to replace the footage instead, but not on our timeline, in our project bin. So we have converted this city overhead shot, and what we're going to do is we're going to right click on that clip there, and we're going to go to replace footage. And we're going to replace that footage with the one that we've just converted. So I'm going to make it city overhead shot 1, and I'm going to select. What that has done, and you can see that it's kind of generating the peak file, so it's importing it. What that has done is it replaced the old footage, which was glitching, with the new one that I've just converted. So city overhead shot 1 is now in my project bin. And what that means is that this clip in the timeline now is that one there, not the old one. So technically, when I play it, it shouldn't glitch, although this is not rendered, so it probably is going to glitch. Yeah, it needs to be rendered. But you shouldn't then get that flashing or any glitching happening because you're using the new file, which works better with Premiere Pro. So then you would render that and job done. I hope you found that helpful. If you need any help with anything else, just comment. I'm happy to make more videos if you find them useful. But yeah, I hope that helps, guys. Thank you very much.